Hello everyone. Today me and my friend Sebi are going to get from brand new accounts to some expensive car and maybe a better garage. As you can see, we just started to play this game. We are racing to the junkyard so we can buy our first cars. What's there? Is a new car added at the last update. Is more expensive than the BMW and the Passat. So I'm going to the next car. This BMW is also too expensive for my budget. We are going to find some codes so we can buy more expensive cars at the start. I will place all the codes for a total of 42 grands, and with the starting money we got 57 grands to spend. By the way, I really wanted to thank you for that 6K views, the 130 likes and the 70 subscribers from my first video. Now I'm going to buy the new car that I couldn't afford the first time with this huge amount of money from codes. This car is pretty cool, but why doesn't it start? I think it's glitched.
6.5 hours later.
Here, we can see the best driver. Who placed that light pole there? Waiting for him because he's a new player, and didn't want to watch my first video where first 5 to 10 minutes are a tutorial for beginners. I'm going to spray this one blue, but not a light blue. This dark blue is kinda nice, as you can see on that hood. By the way, the car wasn't glitched, as I thought at the junkyard. The wheel is just on the other side. Looking for someone who doesn't use the repair benches so I can sneak a quick repair. Found it! Now professional mechanic skills showcase. This is my friend with his first purchase. He told me he had ugly wheels. I can't argue with him. I'm finishing fixing this car and I'm going to sell it to see what profit I make. Here I decided to help my friend and explain to him how to repair his car. Now heading to sell this beauty. Now you can hear the repaired 6-cylinder engine, music to the ears. Here I forget to swap the spark plugs, so the car condition is 95%, and I also lost some profit. I still got 6 to 7K profit, so I can't complain. Now I am doing the trick that I showed you the last episode. You really need to go watch it if you haven't already. I will repair some bad cars until I could put my hands on a good car. Like this one. Selling this one for 5K profit. Back to grinding.
Okay, let's go.
I purchased it for 12K, and I'm selling it for a bit over 20. What is there? A Passat that is going to make me more money than the last BMW. This video originally had 2 hours of gameplay, so I need to do some cuts here and there, so I don't need to make 2 separate videos. And we are selling the Passat for 5K profit. This Skoda is one of the new cars added, so let's see what it offers. But right now we need to wait a bit so we can see what is in the next junkyard restock. Someone asked if he can do engine swap, and I told him yes. The restock is happening and we are getting the Mercedes that I couldn't see because of my rusty Skoda, so I passed by him for the first time. So I buy this cheap BMW because I couldn't locate the Mercedes at that time. But now because the Skoda is gone, I finally saw it. The beautiful Mercedes right in front of me with a potential buyer right beside it. I stole it right from his face. I'm kinda sorry for him, but it happens. Guess what I got with this purchase? A V8 under the hood. I'm so lucky. Even the Chinese guy with that Japanese car is shocked. Now I will go place this car in the garage because I don't have time now to ton it. Back to grinding. X750, but my friend got it first and he came to spite me with it. This just made me ambitious, to get one as soon as possible. I repaired 2 more cars until I was thinking, I might need to camp the junkyard so I can get an X750 also. So that is what I did. 50 seconds until restock.
2,000 years later.
Me and the Chinese guy are camping the restock when this happens. The X750 has spawned. Who placed this cars here? Is the second time I take the car in front of him and he asks me why. I'm sorry for him, but he's too slow to be a car hunter like me. Now I will go make some money for tunning the Mercedes and this one. Now I will show you how a good mechanic get from 20K to 70 in no time. First step, get a rusty car. If this missing engine block also happens to you, just re-enter the car and it will be solved. The condition on this one is 65%. That isn't that bad considering I bought it from the junkyard. I didn't stop at the parts store because I think I have some spark plugs for this one in inventory. Second step, repair the motor. A new player repairing what I think is an i4 1.9. Third step, respray your car. But don't forget, like me, and the fourth step should be replacing the spark plugs. I come here just because I am doing random stuff, not because I wanted to buy a car. This new road is added at the last update, and I didn't know where does it lead. Now, I go to respray it. By the way, the car can get stuck in the second gear, so you need to press M so you can place it in manual, then press Q 3 times so you get to reverse. Crazy driver is entering the paint and spray with 300 kilometers per hour. Finally going to sell this junk. Another crazy driver that tried to impress me with his flipping skills. $18K, not bad, not bad. This took 5 minutes. But I promise the next car will be repaired and sold faster. I found this Civic, kinda cheap, but the best car in the junkyard right now. Same boring repair. And bring me around 4.5K profit. What a fool I was. I thought this car was for sale. Just waiting in this place, maybe a good car will spawn here.
12 seconds later.
How lucky I am today. Here we go again. As you can see, is the first time that a Ford traffic spawns within 6% chance. I never seen that car. I am very curious. This is it? Is a van? 6% chance, but at 16,000. Disappointing. Curiosity took over, so I drove my repaired van down the new street I talked about earlier. just to find this city that will appear soon, I think. Now I realize I'm bold. Why? Maybe all this hard work. With this, I think I have enough money to ton my cars. The first one will be the Mercedes because it already has the best motor. They added multiple garages at the last update, and I wanted to see them. So that is what I did. This one was here, is not new. But the next one wasn't here. Eight slots for 350k. For 250k difference, you get 2 more slots? This one I think is the biggest that you can buy without Robux. 16 slots? I don't even have 16 cars even if I multiply them by 5. After repairing and repainting it, I need to replace the timing belt. You know what this car needs? Some good wheels. And I need to check if in the last update they added some new custom parts or not. Crazy drifts for a Mercedes or not. Anyways, this will take a bit. This is the final result on the Mercedes. Anyway, let's get to the X750. And boom! This is how my garage looks after 2 hours of playing. Now we will say what I got versus what my friend got. Remember that we started on new accounts at the same time. Here, he said he isn't ready, so I waited. Here are the two beauties side by side. This is done by a pro drifter, don't try this at home. And finally, the other two cars that we got side by side. The rest is just me trying to get a clip for TikTok. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video, maybe subscribe and see you later. Goodbye.